Hello everyone and welcome back to another Fallout 76 Legendary Locations video. I'm Fisty McRib and today we're going to take a trip to the WestTek Research Center on the hunt for legendary super mutants. WestTek is located in the Savage Divide, east of the White Spring Resort. Let's jump in. When we first arrive, we'll find a mob of super mutants outside the facility. Here I'm using a Bloodied Stealth Commando build, so it's going to be a cruisy run the whole way through. We're going to be able to stay hidden, take out our enemies, and hunt for legendaries. More often than not, in this first exterior section, you're going to find a legendary super mutant. It varies, of course, from visit to visit, but more often than not, you'll find one on the outside. This trip through, it doesn't look like we did, but that's okay. We'll find a few on the inside. On this run, you'll notice that I'm not taking a lot of time to stop and loot the enemies. That's because I want to go through as quickly as possible. Under normal circumstances, it's advisable to loot your kills here. They drop guns, which you can scrap for a lot of steel, caps, 5.56 and other useful ammo, as well as gunpowder and occasionally screws. After we clear out the front side of the building, we'll run around back, where we'll take out a couple more enemies. This one, Vats, was a little uncooperative. We'll take out his formerly canine friend. And take a look to the north, where we'll see a catwalk with a super mutant on top, a turret underneath the ramp, and there's usually a dog hiding there too. It's important to note that even though we didn't see any legendaries on the outside this time, they absolutely do spawn on the outside of WestTek, so always run both sides of the building. Making our way inside from that back entrance, we find ourselves in a room with giant vats of FEV, guarded by more super mutants and a few hounds. We can stealth our way around here so we don't get detected. Take out our enemies quietly and efficiently. When you see the hounds, it is a good idea to take them out as quickly as possible. If they spot you, they will howl and draw more attention your way. Take a leap up to the top of the catwalk. Take out a few more enemies. This place is densely packed with super mutants, so expect to hear footsteps that will distract you and confuse you because they're all over the place. But at this point, the room looks clear. Now we can take a leap up onto the girder here. Look into the office that overlooks all the production areas. That gives us just kind of a quick way to see if there's a legendary up there. Makes the run a bit quicker. In this case, there wasn't, so I just killed the enemies there and I don't have to worry about going up there. It's a hunt for loot. You will notice after you run WestTek a number of times that the enemies do tend to spawn in fairly static locations. It will get very predictable. You'll know where they are when they're coming at you. This room here features 2 mutant hounds, one of which was our first legendary of the run. That's a bit disappointing because they're low level, but that's okay. We'll take it for script. One of the advantages of WestTek is that your legendary super mutants, if you're a high-level player, they'll never be lower than level 48. So chances are good that you will get a max-level legendary item that can potentially be useful. But low-level items are okay too. They still turn in for script, which we can turn in for more things at the purveyor. We can come around the corner here and look in the restroom, and we have someone standing right by the urinals there. I'll assume that he is exploring the emotional depths of his super mutant brain rather than using the urinal. And in this room we usually have 1 mutant and a dog hanging out. We can make our way back around. Check the mirrors here for some chems. This decontamination arch is usually turned off, so if you're a bloodied build, you should be safe, but do check. And in a locker room area here, we'll find another mutant and a dog. So far, this run has been very easy. Unfortunately, it hasn't gotten us a lot of legendary enemies, but that's okay. We'll get another one in here. This is the research wing. Here we'll find more super mutants suspended in FEV and a densely packed area filled with super mutants. Just like the other areas, you want to take them out as quickly as possible, but in here, especially if you're a stealth build, it's really important to not mess around. Get in here, take them out quickly, and keep moving. Otherwise, they will spot you, and they'll all swarm to you. Same rules as before. If you see a dog, focus on it. They draw attention. Listen as you go through here for some interesting super mutant banter.
None like me. None. I will lead you one day. Give you orders. Then you'll see.
And we'll just end that conversation there. Normally you don't have to go out that door, but I must have missed him when I made my way through that room earlier. Interestingly, you will find, at least in my experience, that you hear a wider variety of super mutant dialogue on private servers than you do on public servers. This may change as time goes on, but I've always thought that was a bit interesting. We'll finish clearing our way here. Take care of this mutant who's trapped in the safe room. And I can hear a few more footsteps. We'll go ahead and finish the rest of the enemies that we can find. It took me a bit to hunt down the last one, so we'll speed that process along. There he is, and there he was. And with that, WestTek Research Center is now clear of super mutants. As you could see on this run, we found 2 legendary enemies. That's about average for this location. I'd say 2 to 3 is fairly common, though it's important to remember that it's all up to random chance. There will be times when you come here and find more than that. Then there will be other times when you come here and find 0 and question what you're doing with your life. In the long run, when it comes to farming legendary enemies, it's all about averages. 2 to 3 legendaries for a 5 to 10 minute run is pretty efficient, which is why West Tek is such a popular place for legendary hunting. And with that, it's time to say goodbye for now. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe, or click the bell notification button so you don't miss any of my future Fallout 76 videos.